What's up, guys? Back at it again, Coach T here for another podcast. We're in a special area today because we're in the library. Usually we do those outside, but it's like -10 degrees outside. I'm not trying to go outside. You know what I'm saying? So we're at the library. We're at the Scott Library.
Yeah.
Scott Library, one of the biggest libraries in York University right now. It's pretty big. And got a special guest today, Sara McLennan, here, athlete at the York U Lions. So, Sara, present yourself for those who don't know you.
I'm Sara McLennan, not McLennan, and I'm a fifth-year player on the York University hockey team, and I am originally from Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah.
Came back from a trip yesterday, so I'm a little tired, but I'm good.
Nice. Well, you're a bit tired. Perfect, because this video is being sponsored by Celsius. I invite you to crack a little cool one.
I love these.
Let's have a little ASMR.
Ooh.
Gotta do the ASMR.
I should have.
Yeah.
Fire
Yeah.
flavor. Really good.
Yeah, I never had that one. Trust?
Good.
Not gonna lie, I never had Celsius. I maybe had it twice. It's pretty good though. Some good stuff.
They carry
Some
me
very
through
good stuff.
exams. So.
Yeah. Nah. It's actually, I think it's better than any other drinks.
Yeah.
Not to be, too complacent.
Bias.
But. So, Sara, tell me. So back, we're gonna go back to high school times and all that. Obviously, Winnipeg.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
How was your life back in Winnipeg? How was it compared to Toronto?
Freezing.
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, like Winnipeg, everybody knows everybody. So it's a very I would say a family-oriented place to live. But yeah, growing up, just really into sports. I have two sisters and they were into sports as well. So honestly, every weekend, every night, we're at the rink, we're on the field, we play soccer and go to school. So yeah, it was just your, I don't know, day-to-day kind of life. Nothing too special, but yeah.
Was hockey the biggest sport in the family, would you say?
Yeah, so my dad played pretty good hockey growing up. All my sisters played hockey except Karina went away for Division I soccer. And then me
She's just white one.
Yeah. And then me and my other sister chose hockey, but we all played hockey and soccer.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'm a big soccer fan. First of all, it's called football.
Sorry.
Just saying. But yeah, hockey, never got introduced to hockey. Very distant thing for me. I don't know about hockey. So hockey during high school, right? At the Winnipeg Ice.
Yep. Yeah, correct.
Ice represent. Yeah. So tell me more about that high school hockey and that whole transition on going to more of a university level hockey.
I would say the biggest difference for me was the speed.
Right.
So I think at Winnipeg Ice, obviously good hockey, but coming from that to York University, I felt like I couldn't keep up. Every time I make a play, I'd be getting checked. So I think that's the biggest transition, and also the amount you're playing. Here we get one day off, which is Tuesdays. That's our school day to do school. But back on Winnipeg Ice, we'd only practice twice a week and have 1 or 2 games. So it was it's a way bigger commitment coming to York.
I see. Yeah. Was Winnipeg Ice was it a league? Explain a bit more about that.
So it's AAA hockey. So back there, we have different league names, but it's AAA, or you can also play prep, which is a separate league, and that's more school-based oriented prep. But for the league I played in, there was Winnipeg Ice and Winnipeg Avros were the city teams, but it was all over Manitoba. So there's I think about 10 teams in that division.
Okay, nice. Mm-hmm. So back to York University now. I had a look at your profile. I saw something that they describe you as an offensive threat, apparently. From the blue line, you bring size and strength. Mm-hmm. Explain more about that. I was kind of surprised. I don't know about that. What's the strategy behind that?
I would say for defense, you're an offensive defense or you're a defense. And I'm a defense.
I see.
I don't get a lot of points. I would say I'm more of a reliable player that's going to throw the body, take the blue line. You can put me out for PKs. I would say that's why I'm a defensive threat, because I'm pretty good with my one-on-ones, two-on-ones. And I throw the body around. So
awesome. Perfect.
Yeah.
And how did you develop that style of playing, and how did you involve in it? Because now that you're at York now, how did that involve in that whole area?
I would say in Winnipeg Ice, I would probably be a little bit more offensive,
Mhm.
but coming here, you really have to adapt in your role. You can't do everything, right? Like you can't be the goal scorer and the defensive player and, you know, getting a lot of minutes, that kind of thing. You kind of have to develop the role that you're good at. And for me, my role is being physical and being reliable. So although, yeah, I have offensive chances and I shoot the puck, but I just focus on what I do best, and that's being defensive. So
For sure. To be honest, I feel like, I mean, I don't know nothing about hockey again, but in a sport team, I feel like this position is the most important position. It's like for me in soccer, the middle position is the most important position because they do everything. Right?
Yeah.
The defense, they do the offense, they do the passing. And without that center, the team can't work. So to be honest, it's a pretty important position you got going on right now. For sure. 100%. So going back to more of your, like, you know, your university life, how do you balance the whole university academic? Because you're doing nursing right now.
Yeah.
First of all, well done. First of all,
Thank you.
it's pretty hard. Yeah, you're doing a nursing program, and at the same time, you're a student athlete. How do you balance that? And do you have any tips for people that also want to have that type of life?
Yeah. One, you go a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like going into nursing, I didn't know what to expect, but it's a lot. Like you could ask my teammates, I am studying wherever, anywhere, like on the bus. I study on my walks to class. Like, I think to be a student athlete, you got to be a committed person.
Right.
Because if you're not committed to your academics and also your sports, you're going to be behind in both categories. So I think for me, and my advice to others is just being organized. Like I really like at the start of the semester, see when my games are, see when my midterms are. And if I have a lot of stuff going on with hockey near my midterms, I'm going to start studying a week earlier.
Right.
And that's kind of how just I function. And I mean, I've been doing well with my grades. So my advice would just be organized and stay on top of it.
Awesome. Do you have any like little tips, like inside tips that, you know, that helps you organize this whole, like a calendar, like a...
Yeah, I use a calendar. It's like a big binder kind of thing. And I just put in like the due dates of everything. And also when I'm about to like study for something, I count back the days I need to study. And I do like a unit per day. Because like being an athlete, you don't have time to study 10 hours a day.
100%.
It's like little bits a day. So I just kind of do like 1 unit a day kind of thing. I don't cram.
Okay, I see. And how does a in season week look like for you?
Crazy. I usually wake up before class, 8:30, and study.
Yeah.
Then I go to class, depends on the day. Either if I'm in clinical or in class, I just do school all day. And then I get home, eat something, and I go to the rink, usually around 3:30. And we get back around 6:30 from practice. So it's like a full day event. And then after I get back from practice, I eat, I do more school, and I go to bed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now that's a day.
Yeah.
That's definitely a day. Oh my.
Yeah.
And like, I hate this question, but I love it at the same time. At the end of the day, how do you know, like before going to bed, how do you know, hey, I had a very productive day? And how do you know, like, what do you feel?
My teammates would say I'm crazy. So I have like I said, agendas of like what I need to get.
Right.
So the night before I'll write down, okay, I need to do this and this and this today.
Right.
And every time I do it, I check it off, and that's how I know if I did it. Wow. If I didn't check it off, then I wasn't productive.
That's some OCD stuff.
I'm very OCD.
Very OCD. But it's good though. It's very good. If it helps you organize, I feel like it's the most important part. Like you said, organization, because without organization, you can't be good at sports, you can't be good at academics, you can't be good at anything.
Exactly.
So for sure. And trying to balance those two worlds is a big job. So good job on that. Now, again, looking at your profile and just looking at maybe little comments that I see on your play and as a person, leadership. Leadership was the biggest word that used to come up. And maybe different words, but it would still come down to leadership.
Yep.
What does that word specifically represent to you in and off the ice?
Yeah. For me, leadership, it's my whole personality. I believe more in leadership than having like skill and being the best player on the ice.
Sure.
Leadership, it just speaks volumes to your personality. And I think I just want to be the person that comes into the room and hypes everyone up, or be the shoulder that you need if you're having a bad day.
For sure.
So I think leadership for me is just being a good person and being there for your teammates through the hard and the good times.
Right. I see. But you were captain back in Winnipeg.
Mhm.
Yeah, like that's pretty big leadership right there.
Yeah.
What is that sensation of? What do you think was your role during that captain lifestyle?
I would say it's changed throughout the years. So I think back then, when you're young, you just think captain's like, oh, captain,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm
like the
the
cool
best,
person.
like I'm
Yeah, yeah,
cool.
exactly.
But I think back then I would say, yeah, it's like that, like, oh, you think you're sick and just being like the loudest one in the room.
Right.
But what I've learned through the years of being on leadership and being captain this year, it's like you don't have to be the loudest in the room. You don't
sure.
have to be the best player, but you got to be the player that's everyone can count on, as I
Right.
was saying before.
I
So that's kind of what I take in my leadership, is just being there for everybody, being a
see.
positive atmosphere in the room.
So how would you compare your mindset as a captain and then a mindset as a, for example, like another teammate or the coach? How do you differentiate those three, should I say?
On my team, my coach really likes to say everyone's a leader.
Right.
Everyone's a leader on the room. Like, just because you don't have a letter doesn't mean you can't speak up.
For sure.
I would say really the only difference is everyone comes to you for things and you're kind of the one that has to deal with it, and also your line is on. Like, if something happens, the coach is going to come to me and be like, what happened? Or someone messes up, like, it's on you. So I would say like that's really the only difference, is just you have a lot more responsibility than others, but at the end of the day, we're all leaders. We're all old and we're mature, so anyone can kind of be a
For
leader
sure.
in our room.
I see. So leadership comes with challenging,
Mhm.
obviously. Like if you I feel like you can't be a leader without no challenges.
No.
If you're a leader and you call yourself a leader and you didn't really, go through stuff and had to deal with stuff, you don't have that mindset, right?
Mhm.
So as you obviously got an ACL injury, unfortunately,
Yeah.
what happened?
Playing ball hockey, actually.
Ball hockey,
I play on the ball hockey, not national team, oh my gosh, ball hockey
National
provincial
team.
team, Team
Ooh.
Manitoba. And it was in not even in the playoff area, but anyways, I was going behind my net and the girl hit me and I tore my ACL and meniscus.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah, so it
Jesus.
wasn't even during hockey. But
So you missed the 2024, 2025
yeah, all
season?
of last year.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How did that feel? What was your mind during that time?
Awful.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, it was probably one of the hardest years of my life. It was really hard, not playing the sport that you want to play, also starting nursing, and like I've always been a leader in the room, so it was really hard not to be on the ice and
sure.
being there for the girls. So it was a battle last year, but I mean, we made it through. So
did that affect your student life, would you say?
I would say I got to study more.
Okay, at least that's good.
So probably was good
sure.
for me in my first semester, but I was still there at practice and doing things. It's just during practice, sometimes I was able to like get some school done, or I would be watching. So it was kind of a little bit more flexible, not playing.
For sure. Well, you can definitely tell that Sarah has the leadership in her, because you actually managed to earn the Charles Sandercook trophy from York University. Holy, how was that? How did that feel? Because I mean, obviously you talked about there was hard times and stuff like that, but after getting that,
yeah, I mean, it was definitely. I'm not someone that needs to be applauded for anything or get that, but just going through that whole year of having to change my leadership style, having to learn how to be a leader outside of just on the ice or in the dressing room. It was kind of nice to be like, wow, okay, I was doing something right this year, and it was nice to know that others in the community, athletic community, like thought the same as well. So it was definitely a very, very sentimental moment for me to be nominated and win it.
For sure, 100%. And how did you manage? Because obviously, if your ACL is injured, you can't really do much. But obviously, you won something. You won a trophy. You won for an effort that you did. Give us an example of an effort that you did during that time that, well, when you look back at it, you're like, yeah, she definitely deserved that trophy.
I would say like putting in the work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
My teammates noticed that, right? Like if I wasn't at practice, I was at the gym or I was at rehab. Like I was doing things to get back as soon as I could. And I think a big thing that my teammates told my coach when we did our year-end meetings is like, if Sarah can lead that well, not even playing, I can't imagine
Exactly.
how she can lead while she's on the ice. So
sure.
I think just for me, it was always in between periods. I would go down, talk to my defense, give them some tips, and just like staying involved with the team as much as I could and still trying to give the feedback that I could without even playing.
That's perfect. That's how she won. That's how she won. She didn't do it by magic. She actually put in the hard work. It's easy than that. Would you have any advice for any rookies that want to take hockey more seriously?
Honestly, I think just like what I said before is just sticking to what you're good at. Like coming in as a first year, I had no idea what to expect. I also didn't play like every single game.
Right.
I was the player that was, I'd play 2 games, I would sit one. So I think just, working on the little things, the 1% is going to excel your game so much more. And even when I wasn't in the lineup, I was trying my best at practice and trying to stay up, even though I didn't play. So I don't know. I think my advice would just be work ethic and work at those things, work at things that you're not the best at, but also keep up the things that you are good at.
For sure. Well, for sure, work ethic, 100%. I fully agree. Without that, then you're not achieving anything in your life, for sure. But there's something that had to be woken up to be able to get that work ethic. What is it?
I would say I'm type A.
Type A, okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I've just always been one to work really hard, and I think part of probably just my family atmosphere,
For sure.
that's how everyone in my family is and we just work hard at everything we do, in jobs, in school, in hockey. I don't know, I would just say it's kind of a personality thing to have good work ethic.
You surround yourself with people that have good work ethic.
Yeah, exactly.
So obviously, when surrounding people with people like that, then it's gonna come to you.
Yeah.
Obviously, 100%. And apart from the trophies and the victories, what is a one moment in your whole hockey life? Could be from high school, could be here, that made you change your point of view on life, on how you should be doing?
Honestly, I would say tearing my ACL last year and not playing. It really made me think you got to take everything. You can't take things for granted, because last year, or I would say the year before, I'd be oh, I'm so tired. I don't want to go to practice. My body hurts. I wish I could just stay home and do my school. Where I would have literally given up anything last year to play a game, to even practice.
Right.
So coming to this year, I'm I don't care if I'm sore. I don't care if I have a lot of school to do. I'm going to grind, because I have one more year left, and I don't want to take this year for granted. So I think just that would be a change in my life. Wow, I am so grateful to be playing on a York team, playing at a university level. I can't take that for granted anymore.
For sure. So you would say that it's more your downs that actually created that mentality, that mindset that you got right
100%.
now, for sure, and how to actually go up. But I'm very curious, because we heard a lot about athletes that get injured, and then after they get injured, it's usually the downfall. But yours was the other way around. So what would the difference between an athlete that gets injured and then it starts with the downfall, and you that actually got injured but managed to get back on your 2 feet?
I would say, what you were saying, the people that you surround yourself with. My teammates did not let me get down, and my coach didn't, my family didn't, and the athletic trainers here, because don't get me wrong, I was down sometimes, and I would be crying or I'd be upset, and I'd be oh my gosh, when am I going to get back? But they remind me you're going to be playing next year, Sarah. You still have another year of eligibility. Don't shoot yourself in your foot and give up now when you have another season to get through. So I think it's a lot of your mental game. You really got to be mentally strong, and surrounding yourself with people that are going to feed you with positivity, than people that are going to be yeah, give up. You've been through so much. It's okay. I think just creating that atmosphere is what really helped me.
For sure. Well, after reading, the leadership part, I can see the leadership part for sure. That's definitely a strong character that you got, 100%.
Thank you.
And after York University, because you got, how many years you got? This is your last year?
Yeah, this is my last year.
So your last year, right? So what's next for Sarah? What's after the nursing school? What's after York University? What's next?
Well, after York, I'm gonna be definitely moving back home to Winnipeg.
Winnipeg, nice, yeah.
I miss my family.
For sure.
But yeah, I'm graduating nursing in August,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go home and study for the NCLEX, which is like the nursing exam for your license.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. And I guess just starting life. Like
sure.
I just want to be a nurse. It's always been a dream of mine. So I think just getting home, setting my roots, and kind of starting my life.
100%. And do you think that hockey or whatever sport will always be around in your life?
I think hockey, yeah. I'm probably gonna rip up some beer leagues
Nice,
back in Winnipeg.
nice.
But yeah, sports is like my whole life, so I cannot imagine going back home and like not doing anything. So
sure.
I'll probably join like a women's league or a beer league or just doing something for fun.
For sure. And last but not least, I mean, obviously talked about the leadership, talked about your character, your strong character of always being present at the right time, even at the time where stuff are hard. So what's your number one advice to younger Sarah that wants also going from high school to university, wants to stick to the hockey, football, whatever they're doing? What's the one advice that you could give to them that you learned over the years of hockey?
I would say two things. One, be kind to yourself. I think a lot of athletes struggle with being so negative to themselves and like having to be perfect. And like if you make a mistake, like, oh my God, I suck. Like be kind to yourself. Like the only way you learn is through messing up and making mistakes. And it's, my coach always says this, like it's how you learn from those things. Like you can either mess up or be set back from it, or you can mess up and like learn from it. So I would say that's the biggest thing. And then also like just keep working. Like I said, like last year I thought I was doing nothing, and then I get awarded with being captain, getting a trophy. Like you really just gotta keep going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Keep going. That's basically we'll put that in the description. Keep going. Okay, nice. Awesome. Well, we actually just created this little question that we got. We're actually going to make you do our work now.
Okay.
So we have obviously different podcasts that we're going to do with different athletes.
Yeah.
Give us a question that you would want to ask. So whoever athlete is next, it could be any player.
Oh gosh.
Give us one question that you want to ask them. Something that related to you, something that you got asked and you want to see their point of view.
You know what? A question you asked me is like, what's your, like, what keeps you going kind of thing? Like, I think it's cool to see how different athletes function.
Right.
Like for me, it's like I wake up early, get my school done. But like, I know some athletes, like they stay up super late and study till 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So I think another question I'd ask another athlete was like, what's your day-to-day life? Like, how do you keep going and what do you do like every day? I don't know.
You feel like you can learn from that? Even though you don't match with it, but you feel like you can take a little bit from it and learn from it?
I feel like, yeah, maybe like, because I already have my kind of thing, but I think for like listeners, maybe someone doesn't correlate to waking up early and having that. So I think just having like a different point of view of like, okay, maybe this method might not work, but another method could work for you.
For sure, 100%. Well, thank you very much. Well,
yeah, no
definitely
problem.
ask that person, whoever is next, that person.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah, that's basically it. Yeah. Sorry for the whole torture. No more questions, I promise. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, of course.
This is awesome. I can definitely feel the strong character that actually read on your profile, and it makes sense. Everything matches. So I'm very proud that you're doing this nursing thing. It's pretty sick, to be honest.
Thank you.
And I hope that nursing goes well for you.
Yeah,
sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course.
Loved it.
Do you have any last message or anyone you want to big up to the mandem?
Come support our team.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Come support our team. I mean, come support the football team. Come support every team.
All the teams.
If you're a student at York University, I feel like the best thing you could do is participate to all the teams, to all the social events, anything that happens around the school.
It's fun.
Do it, for sure, 100%. Get you recognition.
Yeah.
Sure. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
See you guys.
Bye.